Hey guys, hope everyone had a great Christmas, and I hope you have a happy new year. This is a video talking about some of my favorite films of 2012. I want to try to make this quick, so before I actually get into the list of my favorite movies, there's about 10 of them, I want to address a few that won't show up on the list, just to nip that in the bud. First of all, these movies are movies that I walked out of the theater or saw on Netflix that I felt satisfied after the movie. I enjoyed it. I didn't feel disappointed, in other words. And there's a few high-profile movies that I had really been looking forward to that when I saw them I was a bit disappointed. And that is The Dark Knight Rises and Prometheus. So those will not show up on this list. I'm sorry if those are your favorites, but they did not turn out to be my favorites from this year. Now, as some of you know, sometimes your feelings towards a movie can change upon revisiting those movies. So it could be that, I had my expectations really high, and when they didn't meet those expectations, that's why I was disappointed. So I'll revisit those movies and give them another chance, but just want to let you know why they're not going to show up on this list. There's also some movies I obviously didn't see this year. Movies I want to see but just did not get a chance, like Argo. I know there's some others, Silver Linings Playbook, things like that, that I hope to see eventually, but I have not seen as of yet. So alright, let's get right to the list then. And these are not ranked. I don't really care for ranking movies. That's just too much stress on my part. So, don't look at these as leading up to the most enjoyed movie. First of all, The Raid Redemption I saw early in the year. It's a really good movie, action throughout. Not necessarily a complex story, but it didn't need to be. I really came out of that enjoying it quite a bit. I believe it was an Indonesian film. Another foreign film, Footnote. That's a movie, again, I saw early in the year. It's an Israeli film that's really good. I think it probably slipped under a lot of people's radar because it didn't get a big release, but I happened to catch it at an indie theater, and it's really good. Check it out. It's a comedy. To me, it kind of felt like a Coen Brothers movie, which I enjoy the Coen Brothers movies quite a bit. So, if you're interested in that, check that out. The Avengers. That's a superhero movie that I came out really feeling satisfied. Just a wildly entertaining movie. I'm sure it's on a lot of people's lists, especially geeks like me who grew up reading comic books and things like that. That was kind of a dream come true to see a superhero movie pulled off where it's a group of superheroes. So they pulled that off, I thought. Looper, really good sci-fi time travel movie. Not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but some wildly inventive things in the movie that, for me, compensated for some of the weaknesses. But I enjoyed that quite a bit. The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. I know for some people, they walked out disappointed, but I did not. It was exactly what I was expecting. An unexpected journey, yet I expected it. It felt like it fit in perfectly with the other Lord of the Rings movies for me. First 20 minutes or so, probably could have been cut down a bit, but once they get out of the Shire, to me, I think that movie moves at a good pace, and I was entertained throughout. I didn't have any problems with it. Moonrise Kingdom, if I were to rank these movies, Moonrise Kingdom would be at the top, or near the top. I'm not going to say it's the most enjoyed movie, but it's near the top for me. I really enjoyed Moonrise Kingdom and highly recommend it, especially if you're a Wes Anderson fan. It's Wes Anderson back in that groove of the storybook world that he likes to create. He kind of strayed from that last couple of movies or gone in different directions, which is fine. But I think he's at his best when he's in that surreal world that he creates. Skyfall. Bond movie that I enjoyed quite a bit. I thought about it long and hard, and I think it's my favorite Bond movie because I have problems with some of the other Bond movies, like Casino Royale is really great, but it's got a really weak ending, in my opinion. And Skyfall felt pretty consistent throughout. It's still not a perfect movie, but as far as compared to other Bond films, I think it's my favorite. The Master, great character piece. Again, the story itself doesn't match up to things like There Will Be Blood, which is also Paul Thomas Anderson. But just Philip Seymour Hoffman and Joaquin Phoenix, outstanding performances. So wildly entertaining. Goon. Goon, I watched either Redbox or Netflix Instant Watch. I can't remember. It is a 2012 film, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. It was one of those, I didn't really know much about it going in. I just read one of my favorite reviewers had liked it, so I checked it out, and I enjoyed it really quite a bit. That's Goon. That's the Sean William Scott hockey movie. It's a hockey comedy, but it's a smart comedy. So check that out. And finally, I just saw this the other night, Django Unchained. I was very entertained by it. It's Tarantino kind of doing his thing like he did with Inglourious Bastards, but in this movie it's the spaghetti western mashed up with a blaxploitation movie, and it's interesting in that there's horrific genocide type heaviness to certain scenes, and then there's just broad comedy in other scenes, which should not work, but Tarantino pulls it off. So I enjoyed that quite a bit. So I think that's 10 movies there. That's what I was shooting for. There's other movies that I did enjoy to some extent. Dark Knight Rises, Prometheus, I did enjoy them on a certain level, but I did walk out disappointed. And that's why they didn't make my 10 most favorite movies of 2012. But overall, I thought it was a pretty good year for movies. I was a little concerned during the summer because of those disappointments. But there were some good movies in the spring, some great movies now here at the holidays. So, yeah, check those. Oh, Brave is another one that I was disappointed, the Pixar movie. Again, I enjoyed it at a certain level, but ultimately walked out disappointed. That's why the summer I was a little concerned. But overall, I thought it was a really good year. Yeah, so that's my top 10 most favorite movies of 2012. Feel free to let me know what you thought of those movies, or chide me for not including Dark Knight Rises. I can take it. Or if there's a movie that you've seen that I have not seen, definitely let me know. Especially, I like hearing about foreign movies or small independent movies that might have slipped under the radar. Those are always fun to watch. So I hope you enjoyed this quick video, and hope you have a great new year. Thanks for watching, and thanks for this is my first year on YouTube. Thanks for all your support in this year, and I look forward to making more videos in 2013. So, yeah, Happy New Year. Thanks for watching.